Students, so last week we kind of started talking about multiplication and division and how we divide a large number into smaller groups and the objects within those groups. This week we're going to talk more about multiplication and division, and our learning objective is I can make multiplication and division equations using the same three numbers between 1 and 10. So obviously this number is not between 1 and 10, but the multiplication equation that would be this has two numbers that are between 1 and 10. Sometimes our solutions are going to be larger than the numbers in the question, in the equation. Okay, so what we're first going to do is, in a moment, you guys are going to come up here and you're going to order the numbers in different ways, all making equations that make sense. And we're going to use these three symbols. Can somebody tell me what this symbol is?
Multiplication.
What about this?
Division.
What about that?
Equal. Parallel line.
Oh, that's true, and that is an equal sign. So let's start with this one. We're going to do it together as a class. So if we could just insert some of these symbols into here, what is an equation that we would make with these three numbers?
10.
10, okay, yeah. What goes here, do you think?
Divided by.
Divided by. And why do you think that's true?
Because that's the big number and there's two groups. And then each group has 5.
Very
we talked about last
good. That's very true. And it could be two groups with 5 objects in each group too. Okay, all right. So we're going to put an equal sign there, right? Okay, so that is one equation that we can make with 10, 2, and 5. Okay, so what do you guys think about this group? Do you think that it's in an order that will work?
No, you have to move the 3.
You have to move the 3? Where do you think it should go?
On the other side of 8.
On the other side of 8. So I'm going to draw an arrow. So what's the new equation? What's the new order of the numbers going to be?
24, 8, and 3.
Okay. And what sign should we put there, do you think, in between these two numbers?
Multiplication?
Multiplication, okay. You think that's true, Mackenzie?
I don't think so, because then it's going to be an even bigger number, and we want it to be smaller, so we want to divide it into pieces.
That's right. Because let's see. We know if this was there, we know that 3 is this many dots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we know that this one is like a cajillion dots, right? 24 dots. That's a lot of dots, right?
Mm-hmm.
And multiplication means that you make that number bigger. So multiplying it by 8, which is also bigger than 3, would probably result in a really big number, and that's what we want. So what symbol, Cassidy, do you think should go in between these two numbers?
The division one,
Okay.
because we want to make it small.
Very good. Okay, and this will be the equal sign, right?
Yeah.
So 24 divided by 8 equals 3. Can you guys say this equation in the same language that I just did?
Mm-hmm. 10 divided by 2 equals 5.
Very good. Okay. So now I would like you guys to come up and you can choose a color, any color you would like. And we are then going to rearrange the numbers or rearrange the symbols, probably rearrange the numbers and the symbols to make different equations with these same 3 numbers. Okay. All right.
Use multiplication.
You can use any of the symbols above here.
Perfect.
Okay. Oh.
That one's not very dark.
Okay, and stop when you have
That
one
one's not very
equation.
dark either.
You can use my marker if you want. Okay, so stop when you have one equation and we're going to talk about it. All right, will you guys scoot down past the board for us so that all of us can see? Okay, so Cassidy, can you explain to me your equation and why you got it?
Well, I took 3 and I multiplied it by 8. And I know that equals 24, so I put the
equal sign in the middle between 8 and 24, and the multiplication sign in the middle of 3 and 8. So it's 3 times 8 equals 24.
Okay. So how did you know that 3 times 8 equals 24?
Well, I can count by my 3s.
Oh, very good. Okay, that's cool. Okay. And Mackenzie, how about you? What did you do?
So I know that if I have 2 groups and I put 5 in each group, then I get 10. But I just wanted to switch it around, so I did 5 times 2.
Okay, very good. Okay, so can you guys write another equation? Using the 3 symbols and rearranging the numbers, can you write another equation with those same 3 numbers? So Cassidy, you'll come back to this one. Okay, and we move back over there, and Cassidy, or Mackenzie, can you explain your equation for me?
So I know 10 is a whole, and I have 5 in each group, and if I have 5 in each group, it's gonna give me 2 groups.
Okay, very good. All right, and Cassidy.
Well, I know 24 is my whole, and if I divide 24 into 3 groups, then I know each group will have 8 dots.
Okay, can you guys return to your seats, please?
Yes.
You guys did so good. All right, so you guys can make a lot of equations with the same 3 numbers. And let's look at these 2. So this is the whole in this equation, and we divided it by 8, and we get 3 groups. Then we get 3 groups, we multiply it by 8, and we get 24. So is there any similarities that you guys can see between multiplication and division?
They each have the same numbers.
They each have the same numbers, that's right, okay. Anything else that you can observe?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so by dividing, we can use the same number. So it's kind of like when
They're fact families.
they're fact families, that's right. So just like when you said, Mackenzie, that you wanted to switch these guys around, and we wanted to, between these 2 right here. So we have the whole and the groups, and then the objects in each group, right? Okay, so it's kind of the same concept, because these are the same groups and the same objects in each group. It's just kind of switched around. They're kind of opposites. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So maybe, could we say that multiplication and division are kind of opposites?
Yes.
Okay,
One makes one bigger, the other makes things smaller.
that's right. And if we use the same numbers, then how we divide it will be the same way that we multiply it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So our learning objective for the day is I can make multiplication and division equations using the same 3 numbers between 1 and 10. Do you think that we got to that today?
Yes.
All right, cool.